Skirt Magazine recently did an interview with Deidre Navarro and her wife Brittany, leaders of the performance art troupe Rocky in the Flesh, a shadow cast which performs the Rocky Horror Picture Show among other pieces. What sets their performances of Rocky apart is that theirs are done in the nude. Deidre, Brittany, and the cast have used their attention-grabbing style of performance to benefit struggling businesses within their community of St. Petersburg, Florida. They have 2 upcoming performances scheduled around Pride in June. We hope you enjoy the interview.
I started doing Rocky when I was 17, and someone else actually started the nude Rocky cast, and they really needed a Columbia, and my mom had to sign a permission slip for me to wear clothing to go do Columbia for them.
Okay.
And I was like, let's do it. I mean, I already performed with you guys for like a couple of years clothed, so let's do it. And then a year later I became the director, and so I was like 17, 18, then I'm 30 now. So I've been doing it since then.
Okay.
And the venue has also switched hands, and they decided to keep us. So that was awesome.
You say that you perform in resorts and in private clubs around Florida, right?
Yes.
So how was that? How did you approach the venues, and how was it received initially?
Nudist clubs, they don't really like the idea of Rocky, because a lot of people like to associate Rocky with being like very sexually charged and all this stuff. But we don't really that's not like what our Rocky is. That's not what we're doing. Mm-hmm. We're just putting on like a good time with the Rocky Horror Picture Show or other shows. Like we're also doing Sweeney Todd. Mm-hmm. Like she said, the cast was already started by the time we got involved. I'm not sure how they first I do believe it was just like a situation where the people doing Rocky at the Beach Theater in St. Pete happened upon a venue that was like, yeah, let's do Naked Rocky. And they just did it. I mean, they were like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's take it that step further, because I mean, even when it was at Beach Theater, it was risque and stuff like that. But so we've been doing it now, like you said, for a long time. But we try to make it like a more all-inclusive experience. Like, we don't care. Just come as you are. Like, nobody cares about anything like that. You don't have to get naked if you don't want to. And then we do the closed shows as well, just to because there's not a lot of Rocky happening in the area right now with everything going on. A lot of venues aren't taking Rocky specifically. So we're lucky to
because of the drag aspect of it.
Yeah,
because
we're lucky.
Of that, and because the pandemic, you couldn't have like 12 people on one stage together.
Yeah.
We actually have done shows with other casts with masks on before.
Yeah.
So it's been a challenge trying to just keep it alive, just because it's so many people in one area. But it's been a little bit better since then. We all wash our hands. We all try to still keep our distance from each other. And if we have performed in masks to make sure everybody is safe, and trying to get through that aspect of everything. And then on top of that, all of the drag stuff that's going on now, which actually led us to want to hire drag performers as our hosts for our shows
specifically,
because if we're already being given a place to do this and they're okay with what we're doing, then we can give them a safe home too, to make some money where they'll be respected, and they're the whole reason we get to do this in the first place.
Yeah.
So we feel like we really owe it to them, and that's something we would want to spend our cast money on, is paying these drag queens to do their thing, because they should be able to. And it's not, like she said, it's not sexually geared. It's literally just performing in the nude, and sometimes not for the sake of charity most of the time. Bar at 548 was not doing super great through the pandemic, so we started performing for Bar at 548 downtown St. Pete. He started hanging local people's art on the walls, and he started making more and more money, and he's doing really well now, but he wants to keep us. So we actually have a show there for Pride St. Pete this year on the 24th of June, which is awesome. And then the ladies' room also said that they were having a hard time right now. So we wanted to come do a show for them pro bono and see how that goes, and see if we can make them some money as well.
Yeah.
So Bar 548 that you mentioned, you guys actually do a show regularly there also, right? In addition to the June 24th show, you guys do once every 3 months a closed show, like just like a regular Rocky show.
Yeah. We've been doing that for a while now, like I think almost 10 years with Bar 548.
Usually for like Pride, Valentine's Day, October, of course.
Yeah, that show is, that's just the show that's been keeping us together as a cast through all of this, through the pandemic, through, like, of course, the bar wasn't open. We weren't doing it. But with us being so far apart in our show dates, it ended up working out. So, but yeah, I mean, we've been performing there for a while.
So tell me about the ladies' room. This is a fairly new women's bar.
We've been to a couple of their shows, a couple of their events that they have done. And I saw a TikTok saying that they were struggling staying open with everything going on. Rent was getting raised on them and people were making it harder for them to continue being open and not like being like a money sink. So she went on there and she made a post saying, come out, buy a drink, see a show, just hang out. So I reached out to them and I was like, hey, we do this thing where we offer free shows to try to get you guys some people in here, we'll provide entertainment. You just let us do it. And they were like, yeah. So we went out there and we met them and we came up with this whole queer prom idea, just in time for Pride. So I think it's going to be a fun time and I'm really excited to have a show there. I think that we'll have a good turnout. I'm hoping. They had a pretty good turnout for their 1-year anniversary. So I'm hoping we keep the momentum going for them.
Okay. So tell me about Queer Prom. So tell me what it's going to look like. Tell me about the event and,
So Queer Prom, we in the past for the first cast we were on the Interchangeable Parts, that was the original cast that everybody spawned from in the area. They had homecoming night a long time ago. This was like 10 years ago. And with everything going on, I just was like, why don't we just have a queer prom? I think that is so relevant to, especially now, like, let's give all of these queer adults that maybe necessarily didn't get to go to prom at all, or as the person they wanted to be or who they wanted to be with. I was like, let's give them a chance to all come out, wear something cool, like whatever, wear something wild, it doesn't matter, and just come out and have a good time. We're having a raffle basket. We got a lot of like fun little things in the raffle basket to help raise some money.
Okay, and that is on June 10th.
Correct, June 10th. It's the only lesbian bar in the area that I know of. So I would prefer if it stayed open. So why not? Let's go show up and show out, especially today.
So
I'm excited.
Is that the plan then for the future? Is just to continue, using your performance, using your name and your the cast to kind of just support the businesses in the community and the struggling businesses.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's always been our personal goal with all of this is, we're not doing this to make any money. This is we do volunteer. Any money we do make goes right back into our performances and hiring drag performers and stuff like that. So we're just trying to keep it alive. We're trying to get the next generation to be involved in it. And yeah, why not? It's always fun to throw these fun little events like this. And I think Queer Prom will be the great little party. Hopefully, if it's a success, we could do it every year. That would be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But,
all right.
Yeah.
Tell me in closing, what else do you want the audience to know?
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah. And we're just going to keep trying to put on events where people can come and join themselves and, just be who they need to be and who they are. I'm hoping that people will make a lot of good connections at events like this.
All right, ladies, thank you very much.
Skirt Magazine wants to thank Deidre and Brittany for their time and wishes everyone in St. Petersburg a happy Pride.